the pillars of tomorrow's Uganda. Let us embrace knowledge, building display resourcefulness to reduce and great spark.
We are
women and men of Uganda, marching along the path of education, singing and dancing, rejoice together, uniting for a better
Clap for
Uganda.
yourselves, clap for yourselves. Woo. Teacher, you are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
Clap for your teacher, clap for your teacher. Today we are going to look at children's rights and why they've been abused, and of course what can we do to guarantee these rights to these children. Remember, we are looking to a fresh generation of young, healthy, energetic children. What can we do to protect them? Rights is one of those areas where you as adults are responsible for maintaining them, and of course the pupils of Kabata Primary School are going to help us discuss this. Now children, I'd like to first find out, when someone says children's rights, what do you understand by children's rights?
Things what children do.
The things that children do.
Yes.
What about you?
Things that children do to grow well.
Things that children do to grow well.
Things children need to be given so as to grow well.
That is very good. You clap for this man. You clap for this man. Teacher, obviously some of the children don't know what. For you, what, help us understand, what do children's rights mean?
Okay, these are basic things that children are entitled to have for them being children.
All right. Now, children, you've heard. There are things that you're entitled to have. For you, what do you think you are supposed to have in order to grow well? What are your rights?
A right to name.
A right
To name.
to name.
A right to medical care.
Medical care.
A right to education.
Education.
A right to play.
Right to play.
A right to eat.
A right to eat.
A right to shelter.
To shelter. What do you mean to shelter?
It means a house.
It means a house.
Yes.
You are supposed to have a house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other? Yes.
A right to liberty.
The right to liberty.
Yes.
Hey, my friend, what do you mean?
It means freedom of movement.
Freedom of movement.
Yes.
You are free to move anywhere you want.
Yes.
Yeah, you kids. What about you? What other right do you think you have?
It's the same answer.
It's the same answer. Yes.
A right to life.
A right to life.
A right to be loved.
A right to be loved. That is very good. Any other rights? You tell me.
A right to know parents.
A right?
To know your parents.
A right to know your parents.
Yes.
Well, the children have given us their rights, and many a times, as the parents, have denied these children the rights. We have abused them, and today we are looking at what we can do to make sure that we observe them. Now, the Republic of Uganda ratified the United Nations Conventions on the Rights of Children, and it says all children are born with fundamental freedoms, and all human beings have inherent rights. And in that case, the 1995 Constitution of Uganda advocates for the rights of children. Children, let me ask you, how do people abuse your rights?
They can be raped.
Have you seen children here in Kumi that have been raped?
Yes. Yes.
Can you give us some examples?
Young girls.
Do you have your neighbors that were raped, that girls who are your friends, that you know of, that were raped?
Yes.
I think I'll ask the teacher. What are some of the commonest child abuses that the kids, especially in your school?
Yeah, most of them always experience, like one of the people that said, rape. Like we had a recent case whereby one child was sent by the parent late at night to buy cigarettes. On the way, met some drunkards on the way, and eventually they forced her into that sex that was rape.
Okay, what?
They are beaten.
They are beaten.
Yes.
Do they beat you at school?
Yes.
They beat you at school?
Yes. But they beat you when you have done something wrong.
I saw someone putting up their hand. Yes.
They made
They do what?
Lot of work.
They do a lot of work.
Yes.
Like what?
Like to carry heavy jerrycan.
What else? What work do they do?
Digging too.
Sorry?
Digging too.
Digging.
Yes.
They dig a lot.
Yes.
But isn't that fine to help your parents in the garden?
Too much.
Too much?
Yes.
How long are you supposed to dig?
Maybe 3 hours.
Maybe 3 hours.
Yes.
Ah, my friend, that is a lot. 3 hours. But for them, how long do they dig usually?
Maybe 7 hours.
They dig for 7 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
Children.
Yeah, they
Yes.
go to the garden early in the morning. Maybe they can leave the garden at midday or 1. Basically, like we have parents who have made their children a business. They go and get maybe work from somebody's garden. So they take the children. So your responsibility is to dig until you finish all that.
Very, very interesting opinions here, and I can't believe that you can make a child dig for 7 hours. But the kids of Kabata Primary School, pupils of Kabata Primary School, are helping us discuss how children's rights are violated. And later in the show, we'll be looking at some of the efforts made by parents and also the authorities in Kumi District to make sure that children are not abused anymore. But let's take a look at Martin Akama, who is a community-based trainer in Kumi Sub-County. When we come back, children, you will tell me why you think some people violate your rights, okay? And what should be done to make sure that you grow up very well and strong without your rights being violated. Okay?
Yes.
Don't go away, take a look at this.
It's really very important to know that children know their rights, because depending on the rights that a child is entitled to have, we realize that children cannot go astray, and those rights can be a right to education, a right to shelter, a right to good feeding, a right to know his or her name and have a nationality, a right to know his or her parents, and a right to protection from anything that can cause harm to their lives. And we shall also consider the children with a disability, whereby maybe those children should also be treated with dignity. The community works hand in hand with the community development officer at the sub-county level. So in case of any abuse of the children's rights, at least cases can be reported to the office of the community development officer. And if we can't handle them at the sub-county level, sometimes we tend to refer them to the district where they can come to the probation office. What we are trying to do here is to see that the children grow in a very peaceful environment that can at least make sure that the children can tend to become very good citizens in future without causing any harm or interference in their lifestyles or their privacy. So we tend to promote their rights so that they cannot be violated.
Some information here. Over the past few years, Uganda has seen an increase in the cases of child abuse, and especially sexual abuse. And information from police records, health units, NGOs indicate that over 50% of the reported cases are of children between the ages of 0 to 10 years. This is a very big number. Over 50% of these cases. The abuser is usually someone known to the children, such as parents, grandparents, uncles, caretakers, close relatives, and others include people in the communities like teachers and even religious leaders. Often parents don't understand the seriousness of sexual abuse, but actually it affects a child even beyond to the point when they are married. I know a couple of people who are not even able to relate to their husbands or wives because they are sexually abused when they're young. And 2.7 million children in Uganda are subjected to hazardous child labor. Someone talked about children doing a lot of work, digging for their parents. 1 out of 3 children aged 5 to 17 are forced to work either because they are punished by their children, by their parents, or just parents are trying to get out of poverty. Now, of those abuses, I still want to know which are common here in Kumi district. That you talked about rape.
Yes.
What else?
Rape is one of them. Then we have denial of education. Most of the children, though a big number is at school, but some parents, as of now, still have their children at home.
Children, I want you to help me answer this. Why do you think some people abuse your rights? Yes, sir.
They are illiterate.
They are illiterate.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
They are not educated.
So you think they don't know your rights?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I saw someone putting up their hand.
Some are drunkards.
Some are drunkards.
Yes.
What happens when they drink a lot of alcohol?
They can drink alcohol and then they can come and rape the young girls.
Yes, sir.
Teacher.
What's that?
Poverty.
Poverty.
Yes.
Poverty makes your parents abuse your rights.
Yes.
Wow. What do they do because they are poor? That makes you feel like they are abusing your rights.
They don't buy clothes.
What else? What else?
They not provide shelters.
They don't provide shelter for you. I saw some, yes.
They don't take us to school.
Do you think your police helps when a child's rights is abused?
Yeah, that one I can answer. Like recently this term, in a class where I am, I can quote a pupil whom a parent went to drink and came back and harassed the girl, picked a panga and told her, if you're not doing A, B, C, D, today is your last day. That girl took off to LOC 1 and the next day she went with a letter to police and she was taken to a section of children and the parent was arrested. They made him to write an agreement. This girl used to sleep on the floor, just had nothing to cover herself with. But by the time the parent was taken to police, at least he was in position to buy for the girl a new mattress, all the beddings, and the girl is at school now as I speak and in a class where I teach.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. Children, do you know where to report when something like that happens?
Yes.
Where do you report? Okay, so many hands. Let me start with this one.
The police.
To the police. Where is your police located?
At
Kumi district.
At Kumi district.
Yes.
Which officer do you report to?
LOCs.
At the police station. Which policeman do you go to? Do you know the name?
Yes.
They know the name.
You know the name of the policeman?
Yes.
Who is he?
Madam Medium.
Madam Amediong
Yes.
is the one you report to.
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. Where else do you report apart from police?
LOC1.
LOC1. Do you know the name of your LOC1?
Yes.
What's the name?
Epodoi.
Huh?
Epodoi.
Epodoi.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir. Where else do you report apart from police, LC1? Who do you report to? Chairperson 2. At least the kids definitely know where to report. And today we are looking at what we can do to prevent child abuse in Uganda. We all know, I'm quite shocked that 2.7 million kids are being used as to do hard labor. Now, I want to close this. What do you think we should do to make sure that your rights are not violated?
Reporting cases.
Reporting cases. Explain that. What do you mean? Reporting cases. To where? To who?
To the police station.
Okay. Reporting. Yes.
By passing a law.
What law? What do you want the law to have?
They should arrest them.
They should arrest them.
Yes.
They should arrest the parents.
Yes.
What does that?
I come to say police.
Okay, what it means, like when any parent violates the rights of the children, the law should be very strong, and like if those people are arrested, they get a punishment that they deserve. Yes, that is what it means.
That's very good. Another person. You have not yet spoken. I'm going to leave you here. Huh? Huh? I want her to say something. What can... Huh? Who has not talked? You tell me the person who has not talked so that we leave them here. Huh? Who? Where? What can we do? Your friends are talking and for you are not talking. What does that mean?
She's saying they let them be given the advice, the correct advice. That's what she's saying.
Okay, what does that mean?
So what it says, like those ones who cane the children, let them also be caned so that they will feel it.
Hey.
Yes.
Well, there are also issues to concerning other stakeholders being involved in this. We have the police that needs to investigate cases because we know that some of the police officers are bribed and cases just die. Yes. Where kids are even married early,
yes,
the police people are bribed. Yes. We have probation officers who try and make sure that they take these kids to safe homes or orphanages, or even following up cases of where children's rights have been abused. Parents, it's important that you know about the rights of the children and also teach them what kind of rights they enjoy. Of course, religious leaders, we can't leave you out of this. You need to also take up your place. Politicians, we need to pass laws that are stringent, that are strict, that are harsh on anyone who abuses the child's right.